Evan, take us inside the locker room at halftime.
We just knew we had to play better. I feel like we played okay in the first half, not terrible, but we could clean up some things, and that's what we did.
So you come out at the break, outscore them 44-19. What did you guys find there?
I think we got stops. We changed our defense a little bit in the second half, and I think that kind of slowed them down, and we got consistent stops in a row, and we just went down on transition and scored.
What was the biggest change to that defense?
We started sending the ball towards the screens instead of away. That was the biggest thing that we changed, and we're just trying to protect the paint as much as possible.
Also a season high in paint points tonight, and you guys had that through the third quarter. Finished with 80. What was so significant about that part of the offense tonight?
Yeah, I think everyone was just getting downhill. They didn't really have too many bigs, so we just tried to dominate the paint, get downhill, and score the easy ones.
How important, Evan, is it for this group to play with joy?
It's very important for any team. You play with joy. It's fun out there. It's good, energy, contagious, and you just play better.
Did it feel like that in the second half?
Yeah, it was a lot more fun. It felt good the whole game, honestly. I felt good, and I feel like everyone else was pretty much on the same page.
What do you make of Jalen Tyson's maturation process and just being able to step up in multiple moments this season?
Yeah, he's getting more and more comfortable. Tonight, yeah, he got a little high and started showing some extra moves, and I love that. I love when players just start playing basketball and do what they know they can. So that's very good for us.
How difficult is it to try and stay within a scheme, but also know you can do more and try and get that out of you when it comes to games like tonight?
Yeah, it's hard, especially for a young player coming in and trying to balance that and get yours, but also play your role and also help us, me and Don and DG and guys like that get theirs as well. So it's a balance, and I think he's figuring that out.
Kenny's been experimenting all year with the lineups. CP, Jalen, Dean, and then you and Donovan together. What worked about that in the third quarter so well? Because that was when you guys made your big run.
I think it was just the stops. Everyone was just guarding their yard. CP does a great job of guarding his yard and coming up with blocks. Dean, obviously, me, and then Don, and who was the last one?
Jalen.
And yeah, Jalen. Just a great defensive lineup, and then we just got out in transition, ran, and got downhill.
Was it just as simple as making shots, too? It seemed like, I think it was 15 of your first 17 you guys made?
Yeah, I mean, when you shoot paint shots, it's easier to make.
Thanks, man. You know, it seems like he's feeling that sense of belonging, which is almost like driving his confidence. What do you see?
Well, I mean, I don't really have much, I don't know how to describe it. He just, when you believe in yourself, and obviously, you know, he had a great summer, and then to go out there and see where you can fill a void that's needed. Guys are out, opportunity rose, and he's thriving. He was always a scorer in college, and I told y'all the biggest thing I love about him is to go from a scorer like that in college to be your first thing is you want to be like a Josh Hart or like a Bruce Brown, which is the complete opposite of, you know, being a scorer, doing all the little things. That says a lot about you as a person, as well as a player. And, you know, for him, he's doing all the little things for us. You know, I miss a shot, you know, I know we have at least a 50% chance that somebody's going to be down there, and it's usually him. You know what I'm saying? That's big time. And then he's shooting the ball well. He's improved in that arena. He's finishing well. He's not trying to draw fouls. He's trying to actually go dunk on people, which is great. My line? Thank you. No, but he's earned the trust of everybody in his locker room, which is huge as a second-year guy.
I think it was last year, I want to say against Chicago when you guys gave up over 70 at the half, and Kenny slammed I want to say it was a flip-flop or something down at halftime. Do you remember that?
In Chicago?
I think it was against Chicago. He slammed a flip-flop at some point at halftime when you guys gave up 70.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So take us inside the locker room. Were there anything happening here at halftime?
Did somebody say something happened and maybe I forgot? I don't think anything. No, I don't think anything happened. I think we just, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I forgot. JT, what happened at halftime? Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm about to fall asleep right now.
Like you guys came out at half in
we
third
did-
quarter,
you're gonna have to
44-19.
Move on from that question because I ain't got an answer. But we did our thing in the third quarter. But that group, man, I want to give a shout out to the group that was on the floor. It was JT, Zoe, Quan, Dre, and Dean. Maybe I want to say that was the 5 on the floor. Like, even for me, like our minutes, myself and Evers, were scheduled to go back in. And it was like, nah, like they were continuing to do both. Oh, it was TB, excuse me. Like, just, man, even though like there were mistakes made and turnovers, like it was just effort and energy and consistent, and we needed that as a group. And I think they continually, lift us up when we needed the most, and it was great to see.
Kenny talked about just you as a leader being able to put more on Jalen and have conversations with Jalen, and not just you, but Darius and Evan, constantly having these conversations. What has he shown you from the summer and his first season that allows you to have those conversations?
I mean, it's the work. If you don't trust someone who doesn't put the time in, right? Like, I can talk to him all I want. Like, he pulled me aside a few weeks ago and was like, hey, I got clips so we can watch this. At first I was the one. Now he's coming out there saying that, right? Like, that shows that how much he wants to get better. So you can talk about it all you want, but he's going out there and doing it himself on a daily basis to the point where you have to tell him to sit down. Like, I tell him every shoot around, he wants to play one-on-one versus everybody. I'm like, bro, sit down. Like, you know what I mean? You'd rather that than tell somebody to have to come into the gym. He's always one of the first guys there. There's 4 of us that always try to beat each other. He's always there, and that's what you want to see.
You mentioned just you and Evan getting ready to check back in. You were literally walking to the scorer's table. You stopped. Jalen Tyson hits 3. You hug Kenny. You start bawling, laughing, and then you walk back to the bench.
Did Kenny say what he said?
He did not. Can you walk us through that?
Kenny said, what the hell are you doing to JT before he shot that? And he made it. So it was an outrageous shot. I'm not going to lie. But you made it, so we ain't really tripping. I'm happy for all your success. Don't think I'm hating. So is Kenny. But it was just funny because, like, that's just not a shot he shoots in the floor. But, like, that just tells you, where we're at. Like, he's hooping, man. Like, you go out there, you don't stop that. And I was going to sub him out. Like, man, no. Like, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. He almost shot a sidestep off the right to left cross. That would have been outrageous if you shot that. But no, he's like I said, man. It's just one of those things where you can't take him off the floor. Like, that's a testament to him. And I'm really running out of nice things to say because he does it every night, right? Like, every single night he's doing something positive for us, and that's what we need.
How about the lineup that came out there and out of halftime? I think Dean started the second half, and then you played with CP, JT, and Evan. Well, what about that 5 kind of work to kind of get you guys back to that point first before those guys finished?
The one thing I do remember at halftime was I was talking about, when we got stops, first and foremost. Got on a run, but then when we were going, just playing with pace. So, like, if I'm coming off a pick and roll, rolling hard, like, you notice the sprints are much faster through the screen. Like, if they're going to switch, that's how we got a lot of our rolls. Guys were getting under the roll, you getting layups and stuff like that because we were rolling with pace. So that was the one thing you started to see, and that's a credit to, because I talked to Dean about it, I talked to Craig about it, and Ev about it, and Dre, and they immediately, got to the little rolls and got to the pocket, and that's how we were able to get, what we wanted offensively, and defensively we got stops.
It did seem like in the second half that you guys were playing with more spirit. Is that fair to say, and where do you think that?
I think our spirit was there the whole game. I just think, it's not always going to be perfect, right? Like, you're not always going to come out just because you have spirit and energy. Like, for Devin got hot. Like, he made some tough ones. He got fouled. Like, they made some tough shots. So at the end of the day, we had great spirit, but sometimes, got to give them credit too. And at the end of the half, we come in at halftime, we figure it out. We also give up 13 offensive rebounds. So no matter how much spirit and energy you play with, you're going to get tired eventually, right? Because at some point you're giving extra possession after extra possession. And once we finally clean that up, we only gave up, 45 points in the second half? Like, that's when it's like, okay, like, all that spirit and energy, it's working because now we're finding ways to capitalize.
Thank you.
Thanks, Donovan. Thanks, Serena. Appreciate it.
No problem.